everyone. Hey. Thank you for stopping by Colby's Corner. Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about Normani. Normani, Normani. Normani. Normani's back. Normani's back, you guys. Like, what is there to say? I have notes. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I usually do not plan these videos out. Like, I know what I want to talk about. I take like bullet points and I just come on here and try to start talking. So yeah, like, if obviously y'all are gonna hear a lot of and sorry, I'm trying to get myself together. But you're gonna hear a lot of you're gonna hear a lot of pauses, but I'm gonna try to edit those out. But yeah, I don't be I don't be planning stuff out. Maybe I should. Let's get back to Normani. First off, I want to say bow down, because Normani, the reason I'm a part of the nation, which is Normani's fandom, like, I am a nation stan, simply because I see it. Something about Normani just captures me, and I believe captures other people as well, which I'm gonna get to. But something about Normani just is it. Normani has it. She has that star quality. She has the look. She has the tone. She has like the talent. She has it. She has those elements that is just like a star waiting to be formed. And I'm hoping it's here. I'm hoping the time of the star being formed is here, because I see it. I want to just say I want to talk about I want to take a second and talk about what we got. So far, we have a snippet, an album title, and an album cover so far, right? Let me look. Yes. So let me first talk about the snippet. The snippet we had is good. Something that I think that will come like once Normani has like established who she is, I think it's gonna become a conversation. I know it's gonna become a conversation of how good Normani is at layering vocals. Normani can layer some vocals, like, and I heard that she was like in the studio with Brandy while making this album, and you can tell in the little R&B kind of snippet that we got. You can just hear the vocals just layered. Even with songs like Wild Side, you can hear like on the bridge of Wild Side, it was like, ooh, hitting right on time. Like, it's just like the sorry, that out of context sounds crazy, but like on the bridge, like she's doing this ooh, she's doing these oohs, and they're all, layered. And then, during, what is she saying? She's like, only word on time, and then I'm alive. And in the back, you can hear like time. And it's good. Normani can layer some vocals. That's what I want to say. Normani, like, when it comes down to it, when Normani finally does her thing, we're gonna have to talk about how good an ear Normani has for layering vocals. In like, I hope she gets like one of those vocal layering greats. Like, I hope she gets up there. What else was gonna say? The album title, Dopamine. I love a single title. I've come to like really like when album titles are just like one word, like Renaissance. What are some other albums like that? I can't even think right now. Or Thriller. Thriller by Michael Jackson. I'm looking on my wall. Are there anything else? Or Control by Janet Jackson. Like, Control, Thriller, Renaissance. Because I just feel like it's just like, this is it. This is the album. And so Dopamine, it doesn't, like, something about it isn't rolling off the way I'm saying it right now. But Dopamine, I enjoyed the title. I'm excited and interested to hear why she like titled it that. What is the subject matter of the album for it to be named Dopamine? But yeah, I enjoy the title. And let's talk about the album cover. Sorry, I keep looking down. I'm reading my phone for notes. But let's talk about the album cover. Oh, I thought I deleted my notes, you guys. It was gonna be real bad. But yes. The album cover is sickening. The album cover is sickening and iconic. I see myself looking back in a couple years and looking back at the cover of Normani's debut album being like, that cover is iconic. I see like her on the black rocket, like shooting off to stardom, and then like if you look close, like her hands or her legs are like turning like black from the rocket. Like I don't know. And then against the white background, I love the album cover. The album cover, it's so there's such a something so like iconic. I'm gonna use the word iconic about simplicity. Like something about simplicity, but also like taking something simple and kind of twisting it, if that makes sense. For example, I'm gonna bring back to Beyonce. Beyonce on the cover of Renaissance, like her just sitting, her just sitting on a horse, but one, she's like damn near naked, and two, it's a disco horse. Like those two things is just what makes it so memorable. Or I'm trying to think of album covers like Katy Perry laying there. Like we've seen people lay on top of album covers, but like her wrapped in the cloud and like the colors chosen is what makes that. Is it Teenage Dream? Is that the name of the album? That I don't know, but yes, like I'm trying to just think of like album covers where it's just like it seems so simple, but there's just something that makes it. And like Normani on a rocket, first the rocket being like this pitch black is sickening. Her in like the dominatrix outfit, sickening. And like I just against the white background, I love it. I love that album cover. It's so good. When I get my vinyl of it, it's going front and center. It's going front and center in front of everything. I love that album cover. It's just quality. I love that every time Normani comes with a cover or just art of something, it is with quality. Like the cover of Wild Side is just good. The cover of Motivation is it's just good. Normani always is going to give you like quality, and that's just what I have to appreciate about her. Another thing I want to say is Normani's gonna be fine. Normani's gonna be just fine. Hopefully, if like I said, Normani is always gonna give quality music. Like Normani does not have bad songs out. That's another thing. I feel like people always try to trash on Normani, but like Normani makes good music. Motivation is an excellent pop song. Motivation is a good song. Like please. And then we have what? Motivation. I'm trying to think of her songs. We have Motivation. We have, sorry I keep doing that. I'm so scared that my screen is gonna like just turn off, and then I'm gonna be looking crazy because I'm not gonna be able to see what this video looks like. But so I didn't got off my Motivation is a good song. Waves, if you have not listened to Waves by Normani and Black, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, Motivation, The Waves, Dancing with a Stranger is a good song, even though I don't really like it that much. Love Lies is a good like a hit. Like, come on. And then we have Wild Side, of course. Wild Side is definitely like Normani at her best. And Fair. A lot of people was dogging on Fair. I do think Fair could have used a good bridge. I think a good bridge on Fair would have been excellent. But Fair alone is still like a perfectly good song. Like, please. So yeah, Normani makes good music, and so that's why I'm like, I don't want to doubt the album, but I want the album to be excellent. And if the album is excellent, Normani will be just fine. Normani would be just fine because the anticipation and the hype is still there. Normani posted that thing on Twitter, and it literally got like an update page. What is it? Popbase posted Normani's cover. It got like 50K likes. Normani's on Normani's account, it got like 200K. It's 200K. Sorry, she got like 200,000. 200,000, we'll say. 200,000 likes on Twitter is a big deal. 200,000 likes on Twitter is a big deal. Like people don't be liking tweets like that, honestly. And so, or like engaging in. How can I say this? Like when it comes to like artists. People don't really be engaging with tweets like that, especially if like someone who is Normani. So the fact that it got 200,000 likes after Normani has been mute since whenever Farrah came out about music and stuff, like that just shows the hype is there. Like people care about Normani. Like Normani was literally trending #1 on Twitter for like 2 days straight. Like people care about Normani, which is like crazy, which is so crazy. And that's what I was saying. I wanted to bring about like how Normani just has a quality about her that just you know she has it. She has it, and that's why people keep coming back to her and caring. Like people, a lot of people. I'm gearing off track here, but what is so weird about a lot of Normani hatred is y'all mad that y'all not getting music from her? Like that literally is sometimes like the root of some people's like disdain for Normani, that they just want music from her. Like why can't you just be normal? You know, like I get you being sad because I was hurt when like another year went by and I wasn't getting no singles. I was like, oh my goodness, like what's going on? I get hurt, but I would never go on the internet and be like, fuck you Normani, you this, you a flop, and da. Like just because I want something from you. Because like that don't make no sense. That never made sense. Like because you want an album from her, you go online and start calling her all types of names. You thought that was gonna make the album come quicker? That don't make no sense. But yeah, Normani is fine. Normani is gonna be just fine. And something that should say something. The fact that Normani is going to be fine after not putting out a debut album, 6 years? After 6 years? What does that say? Like she has it. And I hope it's up from here. Now, I want to talk about what has probably taken so long, because a lot of people have come up with a lot of different things. Like I remember it was a big discussion that like Normani's just lazy or she doesn't want it that bad, and there was a big talk about how the new girls aren't hungry and stuff like that. And let me tell you, there are multiple reasons that this thing and let me start off, disclaimer, I'm not like an insider. I don't have like the inside scoop or anything. It's just that I'm a part of the nation, so like I was hearing things and seeing things that I feel like the average person who might be watching this video wouldn't know. But yeah, one, Normani is insecure. That came out really bad. Not insecure, but like she would doubt herself a lot. Like when Normani did an interview where she's talking about motivation, she's talking about how like she didn't feel good putting out motivation. Like she didn't feel like it was good enough. Like things weren't done. Like she would doubt herself. Like Normani has said multiple times in interviews that she second guesses things, second guesses herself and stuff like that. So when you are someone who second guesses things and, isn't very, sure of yourself, that's where a good team, good people around you say, girl, this is excellent, put out the music. But Normani didn't have that. Two, this is reason two, Normani's team sucked. Normani's team was fucking ass. If you are a part of the nation, come here, because we were there. What happened when Wild Side dropped? I remember Wild Side dropping and something wasn't up. Something was the song not coming on. I forgot the exact reason, but literally something was not working. I remember we used to be in her manager's comments talking about, we need this version of the song up. This isn't working. Y'all need to be doing this. Y'all, why are we just some stands in your comments telling you what your job is? Normani's team was lazy. Brandon Silverstein, you're done. Brandon Silverstein going to hell, you guys. Brandon Silverstein, he was Normani. Was he her manager? Yeah, he was her manager. He's going to hell. He's going to hell. He literally didn't do shit for her. Nothing. There's no reason Wildside only has 2 performances. The VMAs and that one show from Savage X Fenty, and that's not even a full performance. Why is there no Wildside performance with Cardi B? Why did we not perform Wildside at the AMAs, BBMAs, BET Awards? Wildside should have been at every stage. That was a big song. Why did we not have a BET performance of Wildside? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And it's not because people don't want Normani on that stage. Don't ever do that. Anyone will be lucky to have Normani grace their stage. But her team just wasn't moving. Her team wasn't moving. They weren't moving. We had to go in the people comment saying, hey, we need the extended version of Wildside on this platform. What's going on? That was us. That was us saying y'all need to fix was there something wrong with the Wildside? I just remember Wildside night. It was so much. It was so much because we were so excited because we had never gotten some shit like this in a while. And then just stuff was going wrong. It was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, there was just like the team would just fall through with things. And a lot of people would put it on Normani, but like a lot of that stuff is not Normani's job. It's really not. The only thing that I held Normani accountable for and was like, Normani, you're slacking, is communication. Normani used to tell us nothing. We all just sitting around like, all right, remember Candy Paint? Shout out to the Candy Paint is a song that got leaked. It's on and we thought it was coming. Let me tell you the backstory of Candy Paint. There's a song called Candy Paint by Normani, and I love it. I love it. I really hope it's on the album, low key. I need that song like full produced and in my ear on Spotify. I need it. I need it. Sorry, I know a lot of y'all are over it, but I still need it. But there's a song called Candy Paint by Normani, and it was leaked from like a party that Normani had for a release of her song. And the nation got a hold of it, and we was holding on to hope for Candy Paint forever. And it just seemed like no one was hearing us. Then Normani dropped a snippet of the song, and it was crickets. Someone who has an actual team behind them doesn't do that. You don't drop a snippet of a song and then disappear for months. That's not how it works. You should drop a snippet, and it and the song come just a few weeks later. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, you guys. Someone with a team who is actually working would have that song out. Then they drop an advertisement featuring the song, and it's just crickets. No announcement, no dates, no cover. Like, that's like you need a team for these things. Normani's team sucked. They weren't doing their job. Y'all remember Fair? Fair was supposed to have like an instrumental version and a radio edit that was supposed to come out, and it never dropped. We never got it. It just never came out. Normani had people Normani had fans sending in videos of them lip singing the Fair, and it just never came out. If she had an actual team that was competent behind her, you don't just not let things come out and not say anything about them. Like, if you're supposed to come out and say like, hey, we decided to scrap this, you just don't do that, because it makes you undependable. And it just is like, why would I invest in something that I'm not even sure is ever gonna come? And this isn't talking about the album. This is just talking about like simple things like a music video or a certain version of a song or merch. Why did Wildside not have any merch? Like, why did Motivation not have any merch? Like, Motivation merch would have been so cute. That makes me so sick. Like, could you imagine the merch of Motivation? That would have been so cute. It would have been so cute. But it just never came out. Normani had an awful team, and I'm so good riddance. You see how, and I'm so glad we have a new team, because in the span of just, and I know these are basic things, but in the span of literally like, 2 days, we got a live stream, we got an album title, an album cover, a magazine cover, an interview, like 5 things that just is basics for any artist is what her team has done. Finally, someone with a team with some sense, a team that can do their job. So yes, Normani, I didn't trail off to everything, but I was talking about the 3 reasons that I know of that this album has taken so long, that everything has taken so long, and things just seem to not go right. One, Normani did not have a competent team. Two, Normani was very like insecure and worried about things of such. And three, three, both of her parents were going through health issues, and honestly, that was enough for me to like understand where she was coming from. Like, I get it, because like what does it say for me to be like, oh, Normani need to put that stuff to the side, forget about, her, parents and all that stuff, just for the music? Like, the music will be there. The music will be there. The music will always be there. The time will always be there. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's not that serious. And a lot of y'all, like, calm down. Calm down. And that's another thing about Normani hatred that I was just saying. I don't get how all this hatred just comes from a want of music. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's just not that serious. Let's see. What else do I have to say? I think the album should come in late spring. Late spring. I think it should come in May. I remember, shout out to the nation. Literally, every May, we would be like, May Money. That was our thing. It was like May Money, because we thought Normani was always gonna drop in May or in the spring, and it just never came. It just never came. Normani would always drop at the end of the summer for some reason, always at the end of summer, or like at the end of she always came at the end of a season. What was that about? She would always come at the end of summer. Like, Motivation should have came in spring. It should always come in spring so we can have like songs of the summer. She would always drop the song of the summer at the end of the summer. And then even Fair, she dropped Fair in March. Fair should have came out for Valentine's Day for the Heartbroken Hoes. That's another thing her team had an issue with. Dates. What was, like, the dates were all wrong. I don't know. But yeah, that's also something that I was just be thinking about. Like, let's get dates right. This album, depending on this, I hope this is a pop album, low key. She can have some R&B songs. I know she likes R&B, but like, I'm sorry, I need some dance music. I want dance music from Normani. I need to be boop boop boop. Like, I need it. So yes, if that's where we're getting, I need the album to come late May. I know we're stacked for albums. I know all the songs are coming out, but Ariana and Beyonce are dropping in March, right? So like, we'll give them their time of March, and I know they're gonna be fine. I know, but yeah, Normani. Oh, sorry. So I'm trying to like get the timeline as if I'm her manager. Beyonce and Ariana are coming in March, correct? And is anyone dropping in April? Is anyone big dropping in April? I don't know, but I don't think anyone like that distracting is coming in May. So can we do late May, early June? Late May, early June, maybe Normani's birthday? Can we drop album then? If we get a little single out by early mid-March? Drop a little, single there, see how it does. Drop second single late April, closer to, album date. And then drop album late May. Can we do that? Normani's team, if you're here, can we can we do that? Because I don't want this album to come at the end of summer, because like, I don't know. I feel like there will just be a good summer hit going away, I want May for the debut album. Also, if everything goes right, best new artist is Normani's. I see it. I think I like team. I need everything to go right. I need singles to be chosen like to the T. I need press to be chosen to the T, so we can get Normani that best new artist spot. I think if Normani can come through like with everything we need, best new artist can go straight to Normani. I need Normani on every stage I can get. I need her at every summer festival. I need Normani to get that best new artist spot. I see it. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that Normani's here. Normani's coming. Normani's here. And Normani's here to stay. That's all I have to say. Thank y'all for watching this video about Normani. Tell me your thoughts about Normani. Do not come in my comments with some nasty ass shit, because I will fight. I fight behind her. Yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Give me your thoughts about Normani in the comments. What are your wants for the album? Like, what do you hope this album can give you? You know? And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.